teachers and my dear friends. Today we are going to discuss about the importance of the trees. But first, let us begin the day with the morning prayer.
Good morning. God, be my resting place and my protection. In hours of trouble, defeat and dejection, may I never give away to self-pity and sorrow. May I always be sure of a better tomorrow. May I stand undaunted, come what may, secure in the knowledge I have only to pray, and ask my Creator and Father above to keep me serene in His grace and His love. Amen.
One day, our class 5 team of MBWA Warriors for Trees decided to go to a forest and plant some saplings. We were doing this for an upcoming Vanmahotsav festival. Our teacher was also accompanying us.
When we reached the edge of the forest, we saw a couple of huge machines cutting trees. Some people wearing neon vests and helmets were guiding them. The machines were making a lot of noise, and in a few minutes, huge trees were falling down.
Our teacher asked the in charge why they were felling so many trees. Did they have the permission from the government? If yes, then he must show it to us.
The in charge said in a gruff voice that it was none of our business. However, our teacher, who never backs off easily, insisted to see government orders. She said it is our business as we care about the environment. We are tree planters, not destroyers.
Seeing that we were adamant, the people quickly collected the felled trees and rushed off. Our teacher then told us how the Chipko movement had started in 1973 in Uttarakhand's Chamoli district. The villagers, especially women, hugged the trees and stopped them from being felled.
Sri Sundarlal Bahuguna was an eco-activist, and he spent his life educating the villagers to protest against the destruction of forests. It was because of his efforts that the then Prime Minister Mrs. Indira Gandhi banned the cutting of trees. Unfortunately, Sri Bahuguna breathed his last on 21st May this year.
Vanmahotsav is a tree planting festival celebrated in India in the first week of July every year. These events help to create more forests in the country. It also helps in creating shelter belts around the fields to increase the production of crops, provide food and shade for cattle, reduce drought and prevent soil erosion.
In this context, let me also tell you about the forest man of India, Jadav Mulai Payen. He has planted a forest in the Majuli island of Brahmaputra river in Assam. He used to plant one sapling every day for 35 years. The forest has been named after him as the Mulai Forest, and he has been awarded the Padma Shri.
There are other enthusiastic environmentalists too who protect and conserve the environment. In 1991, Mr. Anil Malhotra and his wife bought a 55-acre land in Karnataka and then later added more land and planted trees. Now it is called Save Animals Initiative SAI Sanctuary, which is the first private wildlife sanctuary in India.
Similarly, Bablu Ganguly, with his wife and a fellow activist, started the process of converting 32 acres of barren land in Andhra Pradesh in 1989 and named it Timbuktu, meaning where the earth meets the sky.
Yes, there are many more such inspiring examples. Most important is we should never think that I alone cannot do anything. With determination and perseverance, we can bring a positive change in the world. We must take care of our surroundings and environment on a war footing or suffer more cyclones, forest fires and melting of glaciers. Let us pledge to make a cleaner and greener earth. Thank you.